How's it going? This is just a quick video to turn one of these Jeep Liberty headlights for 2005 CRD on my case. This is just the regular OEM headlight. And modify it and grab it off of a LED kit headlight that comes for the Wrangler Cherokee, or the Jeep Wrangler. So that's a 7-inch one. And I just did a couple of modifications to get it to work like that. It's not perfect, but it's good enough for me. So, hope you like it. First thing I need to do is just unscrew this right here, take out the bulb. Put that aside. Remove that rubbery thing. This is requires a little bit of finagling, and you might want to heat it up depending on how cold it is, or depending on how warm it is for you, to peel back the kind of glue or silicone that's holding this. Oh, and this is non-reversible, or it might be, but you're going to have big holes. Alright, so you keep prying at this. So I'm just using a pick to just gently lift this up, just over it. And then I'll use a screwdriver and gently just break the seal. If you end up breaking it, you can go to the junkyard and get as many as you want. Might be a good option for you to do it off of a junkyard one, actually. Alright, we got that removed. Now in here, it's a pain, but there are 3 pain in the butt. So this is a, geez, I want to say it's a T25, might be different, but Torx bit. So if you reach in there, you'll see it. I don't know if you can see it, but it's right in there. Unscrew one, and there's another one right here. Now the third one is the one that's connected to this guy. You don't have to do anything except for just pop it off. Do I? Maybe not. Maybe I have to screw it. This is a 7mm. This is the adjustment screw for the headlight. I'm just going to give it a little bit of a wiggle there just to see if I can break it loose. Another way to do it too is to tighten it, or have it go counterclockwise. And what it's doing is just pulling this rod all the way back, because it's being held on. It's like pinching like it's a sphere, it's pinching a little sphere right there, and so it pushes it in and out and allows it to rotate up and down. And so by you turning it counterclockwise, it's just pulling it out of the socket, and there it is. So I'm just giving it a little bit of force and bringing it all the way back and forcing it to pop out of the socket. There it goes. So there it is right there. the socket, and here is right here. So what I did is I just pulled it all the way in and just I dislocated it from its socket. How's that? So now that this is out, you want to remove this guy right here, and it's held on by two kind of tabs. One tab is right here that you can just press it in, and I've depressed it in. It's a little metal tab, and there's another one that's below it. You have a nice little sturdy pick here. Let's see here, a little bit of an angle. Maybe one of these guys. Nope. There we go. So this went in like that. I depressed this little tab, and then this guy is just a little. It actually just held on by just resistance or friction. So this is the tab that you kind of just need to push down on. So I press down on that, and you can just wiggle it out. So now you're left with this guy right here, and it's got these two nice marks. So this little circle right here, if you can see that, and right here from the molding process, I believe. And I've measured it out on my case, on my headlight. It's got, let me grab the headlight for you. Here's the headlight. Okay, and on the headlight, it's got these two screw tabs, or screw slots. And I got these at Lowe's. They're stainless steel. I don't know if you can read the part number, but it's A2-70THE. I know it's I think it's a 1.25. It's the bolt that they're very common on the Liberties, on these Liberties, and so it's a metric. Screws in nicely right there. Okay, so it'll fit on either side, and that's where we're going to hold on to. So I'm going to create for each side of this right here a place for it to pinch onto. So right here and right here. So I'm going to create a hole right there and a hole right there, and then have these screws go in right there and just press it on there. After that's done, you can mount it all back in. Okay. So in order to do that, I measured. The measurement is 1 1/4 inches center to center for the screw hole. And so right here, I can show you the finished product. So on the finished one, never mind, let's put it away. On the finished one, or on this one right here, I'm going to grab this center to center, 1 1/4 inches. So the center of that, 1 1/4 right here. On this one right here, you're gonna have to take off some material. So grab whatever you have to cut. Just cut some of this off. Whew. Okay, we're done there. Makes easy work of it. And we're gonna grab an 1 1/4 inches right there. All right. Now you can grab this, and this size is 5/16. Here. Try to do as flush as possible from there, and then as soon as it starts grabbing, you can angle it. All right. So that's what you're left with. Hole right here, hole right here. This is the bottom where it's got the hole for the reflector for the regular light. So now, just make sure that that's at the bottom, and usually you're gonna have a DOT or whatever writing right there. And so just make sure that the writing you're able to. The writing is facing the right way. So go ahead and slide in your power cable. Drop that in there. And you're going to need one of the longer ones. Let's see here. So on one of them I can use the full length, and the other one I had to cut this much off, which is about a little over an inch, and in euro it's about 1.5 euros. On the side that you cut out that I cut out the notch is where I'm going to use the full length bolt, and the bolt it's a 2¼ inch bolt, or about 6 euros. There's one of them. Now I don't know. I don't know if I have another one. So I'm gonna go look through my tools and see if I can find another one. Hold tight. All right, I'm back. Luckily, I've got plenty of Jeep bolts. So this is it right here. So it'll work just fine. I think this is for the cam cover, but it'll do. Let's see here. I'm going to, how long is this guy? I'm gonna have to move this guy just under, because I based it all off of this length. So this cam cover bolt is 2 3/4, where the thread is 2.5 or 6 euros, and so basically I have to take off. The difference here is about 1/2 inch more than I had, more than the other one that I had. So this plus 1/2 inch is about right here. Let's get that off real quick. Do a little mark. Now, I know that you should wear safety goggles, safety glasses, but I had my safety squints on the entire time. Alright. Should be able to grab it. Before you try to screw it in, before you have a hard time trying to screw it in, make sure it's just going to be good enough to... And I know about putting a nut in there and then backing it out and it'll clear it all out. The problem is that I'm too lazy to find one, and so I didn't. Alright, we're good. So, once again, this in here, make sure. And that part is the bottom, the DOT symbol is upright. Put that in here. Long one goes in here. Now I did it. Starting over. Sweet. Okay, so it's on there. We're good to go. And so in my case, I guess now this one is a 10 mil. And it's a 13 mil for this guy. And it's not going to sit pretty. I got to let you guys know. It's not beautiful right here. I'm just going to silicone this right here just to keep water from getting in there. I guess the best way that you could do it is to, you know, get some sort of like washer system or something that'll kind of, some sort of angled conical adapter. But this is just, I mean, this isn't supposed to be one of those incredible tutorials on how to do this. I'm just kind of, I bought it on eBay and I made a mistake not seeing exactly what it was for. Thought it was going to be some easy thing to do. Obviously not. And so here we are. I mean, this is actually would be kind of cool. This is for the one of the timing rollers. That would actually kind of fit nicely. If you were to slice this kind of at an angle right here, it would actually be able to, you know, you'd be able to use opposite sides and have it go in there really nicely. I just don't trust myself enough to do that. Should I? I'm going to try it. This is off script, guys. Here we go. Better. Might be a little warm. Quickly. see if that works. If not, it was worth a shot. Kind of cool. Let's try it on. Well, actually, this guy actually a little warm. That's kind of cool. How's that? Let's see if I can get this. Oh, I probably shouldn't. 10 mil. Alright, hang on. Okay, I'm going to loosen this guy up a little bit. Okay, so okay, that didn't work out perfectly. This one did though, so long as you keep the ring working on both sides. So this one I'm just gonna cinch it down the way I did the other ones. Good enough. It's nice and firm here. Okay, and actually I'm gonna loosen this side a little bit. Tighten this side. I'll just bring it a little bit closer to center. Okay, we're done. I mean, basically, it's in reverse order now. You just put everything back in. The only other thing that I would say is that in the wiring, you're gonna want to snip this. I'll show you outside, but you're gonna want to snip this and then put three, just crimp on 3 little plugs to connect. The center is the ground, and the other 2 I gotta find out. The blue I think goes to the purple on the other side, and the white goes to the other one. Okay, and then as soon as you crimp that on, you put that in there. Put some electrical tape and seal that up with maybe some dielectric grease, and then this becomes your new connection. I'm thinking this is for the blinker, like another blinker option, and I'm not going to use that. So let's get that back in. I'll drop a little bit of oil right here. Just so where it drops in. A little bit of oil right here, where it's going to be dropping in to the shoulder, and then the adjustment screw. Make sure that the screws are aligned. That one is aligned. That one's good. Good. Go. Good. Now finally, for the adjustment screw, you kind of just maintain pressure here. Grab your 7mm right here, and now you righty-tighty it, and it'll start the nut. It's going to start wanting to push into it. So this is backing in, and you maintain some pressure, and it'll kind of lock itself back in there. Hasn't gone in yet, but if you just press it, there it goes. You're gonna have to wait for like a morning or nighttime, and point your headlights, or flip on your lights, and align them by looking at like the garage door or something in order to get it back to where you want it. But nice and stable. Here it is. Peel that guy off. Home stretch. I just peeled the sticker off, so I don't really need to clean it. I'm going to grab a rag, though, or a towel. Quick spray of the WD, or Windex. Just clean that off lightly. Inside of here. There we go. There's one little nub right here that aligns with this guy right here at the bottom. So that's how you know you're putting it on right. There. That's it. Just put the guy back on there. So I'm to the point where I need to do something right here. Seal it up in one way or another. Get some sort of like grommet, slit it, drop it in there, and make sure it's okay. I'll do that in the future, and I'm also gonna probably should have, put some silicone in the screw the screws that I drilled out. But to be honest, you guys, this is an old crusty Jeep that I worried more about the engine and making sure the engine is good and rebuilding the engine than I am worried about these little cosmetic things. So take this with a grain of salt, look into it, make it better. It is not a tutorial on how to make the latest and greatest modification and make it perfect. It is by far not that in any way, but it does look pretty cool, you know. And it is gonna, yeah, be cool. So there it is. Show you the video when it's done. Okay, I'm just gonna cut the wire real quick. I like to twist and give it a little fold. Okay. And it doesn't fit in too nicely. It's too big, this particular one, so I'm gonna have to. That's what I got so far. So this little dielectric grease here. Good for that. Now, let's go to the car. It's a warehouse I work at. Whole bunch of weird, cool stuff. Right here, I'll put the black in the middle. Purple, blue is purple. The torque setting on that is 1 ugga dugga. Remember, these are like wood screws. So 1 ugga dugga is more than enough to tighten these on there. That's it, guys. Start up. I did this one right here backward. Oh. I can just reach in and grab it. So white one connects to the blue, connects to purple. Black on black, blue on purple. Okay. In my case, I don't know what it is on the one, whatever wiring you're getting on yours, but some more electrical tape. I'll probably cinch that up. Never, but I'll tell myself that I'm going to do that sometime soon. Okay, round two. There we go. High beams on. Sweet. At night, put it up against the garage or somewhere you can see the reflection and adjust the screws. I forgot to mention I did the fog lights too. The fog lights just came off of the same Wrangler, and you just remove the little housing, drop it right in there, fits like a glove. Okay, so right now it's dark and the light is way high. Alright, so I'm able to see where we're at. So I'm going to go adjust it.
on the fog light just so you guys can see how that looks too. So I got a 7mm screw and you can fit right in there. Now you'll start seeing, as I tighten it, it's starting to go down. About good right there on the left side. On the right side now. There we go. Alright, so now they're both a decent amount lower. So now when you're driving, you're not blinding the people that are driving toward you. That was it.